Never done this before. I don't usually do this, but this has been a pretty epic trip for me. A lot of firsts, and I thought my pack was too heavy. But anyway, I just wanted to share some of my loadout details with you. This is an old Eddie Bauer pack. I think I bought it at Target back in 2004, and only over the last couple of years have I started to use it for actual backpacking. It's got side pockets, both sides. Of course, it's got the top cap, which is also removable for use as a day pack. There's a bottom compartment, and there's a diaphragm between the bottom compartment and the central compartment that you can unzip so you can get at stuff at the bottom of your pack through through that membrane. Well, in the bottom compartment, I put my my sleep system, basically. My Hennessy ASIM zip with integral fly, original ASIM fly, and bug net. And I also keep this trip. I took a Coleman 60-degree fleece blanket that zips up like a sleeping bag. It's got mesh side pockets on each side. Usually I have a water bottle. I've got some Gorilla Tape around it, which I actually have had around there for a long time, and actually found a couple uses for it this trip. And I got my boss gave me this trekking pole that I put in there, my camera tripod. And on the other side, I usually keep a Gatorade bottle treated with some electrolyte tabs that I'll show you in a little bit. In the top of the pack, I had strapped onto these elastic straps here. I've got a toggle. I did have a toggle assembly for hanging it up, and strapped my hat there. Did not use the hat this weekend. But in that top compartment, I had some gaiters that I did not use. That I did use last time I was in Shawnee. First aid kit, which I did use. Bug spray, which I did use. Mosquito net, which I did not use, but I'm glad I brought anyway. It doesn't weigh anything, doesn't take up any space. An extra shock of paracord that I have used. My headlamp. And some tin foil that I was going to use for cooking. Some bannock, but I did not end up doing that. And let's see, my partial, I keep it in here. It's uncomfortable. I don't like wearing it all the time. And I use these electrolyte tablets. Just dissolve them in your water. I like the Gatorade bottles because they're super sturdy. And one of those Gatorade bottles will give you plenty of electrolytes, which I found that I need because I sweat like a horse when I'm out there hiking. And yeah, and it tastes great. It tastes much less sweet than Gatorade, but it's just a hint of sodium, and but it's still got a bit of flavor without any sort of aftertaste or any sort of bad thing you get in your mouth sometimes after Gatorade. In this side pocket, I had some deerskin gloves, my Silky Gum Boy, one of my tent pegs that I made a couple of years ago. There used to be 3 more like it. I lost all 3. I got aluminum stakes, a couple of them that I've used over here, and I keep my my fuel alcohol away from my food stuff and fire lighting stuff, just because I don't know why. And the other side pocket here, I bring my TAC 2000 tactical flashlight, which I did use, not very much. This huge, no, it's a pound power brick, which I did use once with this phone that I'm filming on. Holds a charge for a really long time, and it takes quite a bit of power too, and this delivers. And my Canon camera bag with the camera in it. And it's pretty heavy, it's made of some Cordura, heavy duty, water resistant and stuff like that, and some I don't know what you call this stuff. You tell me. Anyway, it's kind of heavy, but it's about 85 liters. I mean, it's freaking huge. But one of the things that's cool about it is that there's a integral rain fly on the bottom that I can pull out very quickly, and I've used that before. I just want to show that to you real quick. Anyway, central compartment. I actually used stuff sacks last this time. I have a food set. This is cook kit, other possibles, batteries, for fire lighting and stuff like that. This is medical and water purification. Contractor bag. This is the trash that I packed out. Dog food. Swimming trunks, which I did use. Clothes bag, which was now a dirty clothes bag. A couple of odd items, clothes, compression shirt, which I haven't put on yet. A camp pillow, which is why I started to do this video, because I was looking for my camp pillow, which is going in there, of course. And an extra pair of socks. I did bring one extra pair of socks and 2 extra shirts, and that's about it. You know, most everything I used, except for I haven't gotten into the details of what's in these bags yet. I can get to that in a second. At the very bottom of my pack, I've got the dry ducks poncho, and that's where that was. And I didn't use it because I didn't need to. And last but not least, my luxury item. I bought a seating pad, a la hunter style. I did use it, and it was awesome. Trip that I used any of a stuff sack system, and I'm really glad I did, because it made things really easy to unpack and compartmentalize. This is the contents of the yellow bag, which happened to be my food bag going out this time. Now, looking at this and looking at what I have left over, I can see I've made a lot of errors here. I mean, you know, I did bring I brought another double serving Mountain House that's gone now, and then another single serving, and this is left over. I tended to overpack on the food, which is a big mistake when you're partnering with someone on the trail who also overpacks for food. He's just nodding over there. One of the biggest mistakes is I really wanted to experiment with making some bannock, so I've got a bannock mix and some butter right here, and this is nearly 2 pounds, you know, so that's adding some weight, you know. The Cliff bars hardly weigh anything, but I didn't go through them, so I brought too many, but, you know, something like that might be worth weight. Oatmeal, yeah, I actually used one of my double servings of Mountain House for my breakfast this morning. I will probably eat this tomorrow, so that won't go to waste. And I've been eating, I have some pre-cooked sausage patties that I have vacuum sealed, and that's been working out all right. A cup, cheapo cup, because I lost my other one. A little luxury item here, a spice, a little spice dispenser here, salt, black pepper, garlic salt, cayenne, curry, paprika. Cool to have, probably not necessary. Shawn did use some of that, I did not. Some of these Baby Bell cheeses, I ate some, but brought too many. I probably won't bring them next time. So a lot of mistakes here, guys. Overpacked, thought I would have more time to do experiments like with bannock making and stuff like that. So, so definitely mistakes are being made there. So that was my food bag. Content of my red stuff sack, and in here, I don't know what you call this, the possibilities, tools, whatever. Of course, my cook kit, which contains alcohol stove, stand, actually a beaker stand for cooking in a fire, my knife and fork set, and a muslin dish towel, and shock and paracord, because actually this was all together with that other one, but I separated it for, it did come in useful. Some tarp clips. I didn't show you the tarp that I didn't use that I have in the bottom compartment. I'll show you that later. A compass that I didn't use and need to learn how to someday, but the time that I don't bring it is probably the time that I'm going to need it. I don't know, maybe I should learn how to use it. Hey, what do you think, guys? My fire kit, you know, I've got a couple different fire steels in here, some fat wood, some Vaseline impregnated dryer lint, actually. Pretty foolproof. And spare batteries. Sure, spare batteries, extra weight, and stuff like that. But you know, guys, I'm a YouTuber, and I've been caught out in these outings without batteries, and it sucks. So that was the contents of my red bag. Content of my blue stuff sack. And here's basically hygiene and hygiene and water stuff, because I got my med kit at the top of my bag. So I've got my Sawyer squeeze system that I keep packed with, also some iodine tablets. It's not actually iodine, it's something else, but with the backflow syringe. Works great. Been using it for a few years now. I actually did notice that I developed a pinhole in the squeeze bag itself, the blue squeeze bag, so I'll be needing to replace that. Some cold body medicated powder, which I did not use. Some hand sanitizers, which I did not use because I wore gloves. Redness relief, which I did not use. A little short on the chronic around here. And toothbrush and some small toothpaste, and of course all these are necessary. A bit of toilet paper, which I did not use. I used these wet ones, which could be used as hand sanitizer or butt wipes, whatever works. I don't know, very little there. You know, I did. This is the only thing that added any weight. You know, I think that's kind of redundant with this. And sometimes redundancy is good, but sometimes it's, you know, just adds weight, you know, especially if you're going to wear gloves to take precautions and whatnot. And I didn't use this, but I anticipated it because I expected some chafing, but didn't get it. I certainly didn't need this. So anyway, a couple ounces could have been eliminated there. Lessons learned. I'll show you that also in my bottom compartment was a Key Peak 3x9 meter sole nylon tarp. Got it really cheap, and I figured if I had rainy conditions, then I could, you know, set up a lean-to awning for a common area for Shawn and I when we were out in the Shawnee for the eclipse trip. But I didn't end up needing it. But I'm glad I brought it. You know, it's just something like that poncho, you know, and hell, didn't need it, fortunately, but I brought it anyway. No regrets. There was one item that I debated about bringing as my clothing that I'm glad I finally did, was my smog. Now, because I knew it was going to be very warm, and I was concerned that just sitting there and not have much of a use, but yeah, it had a nice use. I mean, I could wipe off sweat with this, and it would actually cool, you know, in the slightest breeze, and you know, and actually be something to cool me down with. You know, I also wore this out when I packed out of Lusk Creek. I wore that over my around my neck and down my chest with no shirt, with the pack on over it, you know, dangling along the front of me. You know, soak up a lot of sweat, so it doesn't you know, soak up my pants or soak up the only cotton shirt that I have. And I did have that compression shirt. I could have used that, but that was kind of an experiment, and I like this. I'm going to keep packing this, even in warm weather. So that was my loadout for the Shawnee National Forest trip for the 2017 eclipse that I collaborated with Shawn from Hiking with Shawn, and we had a great time. But like I said, I've never done, you know, never shown actually what I pack or how I pack. But I decided I would this time because I thought my pack was too heavy. You know, really, it was about, you know, 35 pounds and stuff, but which most people wouldn't consider too heavy. But I would like to go lighter, and I can see where my mistakes are made there. But I would welcome any feedback on what I could do to make this thing even lighter and still be able to carry out the mission that I want to. Anyway, leave me some feedback. Appreciate it. Meanwhile, get out and do something your way.